All right. All right, guys. Basically, what we're going to talk about here is the Wattstopper Lighting Integrator Panel, or an LI panel for short. It's pretty simplistic in its operation. It's basically time clock controlled. Controls a handful of relays. Get this out of our way real quick. Basically, what we have is a 24 relay tub. We're just utilizing the odds right now today. The relay can be removed by removing the harness itself from the relay, and then you could rock it out and change it. I mean, you can also remove it from the board, but whatever we're more comfortable with. Another aspect of the relay that's changed from the old style one, on the barrel of the relay, you see the little white switch. It's basically a mechanical override. So if the electronics or the main board or just whatever was to fail, you wouldn't be able to cycle the relay, electronically no more. So I turn the relay on by flicking it, and then I could take a screwdriver and turn it off. I'm basically mechanically throwing the relay.
Okay.
So now, accessing the low voltage side through the access door, you could come in here and just flip this switch and mechanically basically wire nut the relay.
And do your repairs at a later date. The old relays, can you use them in this panel?
If it has the 5-wire?
The 5-wire. That's probably the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you put an older one in that didn't have the yellows, which I do believe are the status, it wouldn't just give you a status here, and you will get a mixed state all the time.
Okay.
So as long as it has the 5 harness deal going on, you should be good. We're going to start at the top and just kind of discuss what it is, and then work our way back around, end up at the clock, which is basically where you'll come 90% of the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
At the top, what we basically have here is what they call the group or channel card, but it's labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So each of these channels that are represented on the clock, that's what the clock is controlling, is basically these groups up here. And then you see the little red buttons all over the place. Those are basically the override buttons. So so you can override a group, which we'll get into in a second, and how to program that. Or you can use the red button to basically override a particular relay. So if you wanted to come in and do some maintenance, you looked at the load schedule and said, those lights I need to check to see which one's burnt out is on relay 5. You could basically come in here and just press relay 5 and just turn on relay 5 and then go out and handle your business.
And it won't affect the other relays?
No,
okay.
It just sits there. Something that is pretty common, if you have relays turned off, it'll show up green up here instead of the red that we had seconds ago. And it will show up on the status screen as a mixed state.
Mixed meaning?
Not all the relays are on, so it's not in a true state. And the only way you'll ever go true is all relays assigned are turned on. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's kind of indifferent.
Oh, okay.
Just realize that the first action from a button press here would be to true out itself, and then you'll be allowed to turn everything off. So if you ever see it green, it's not a big deal. It just means that something's not on.
And it's not controlled by the clock or anything at that time when it's in that position?
No. I mean, if it went that position, it could have been possibly because you have a bad relay.
Oh, okay.
So.
Or unplugged?
Yeah, that would be bad too.
Yeah, okay.